Hi guys, how you doing? The internet has been crawling with articles about how women are represented in the media. The articles say that women are objectified and looked at only as a sex object and nothing more, and also discusses the violence against women in movies. And of course, I had discussed in my previous video, Bitless Productions, about how feminists want a new certification for movies. Remember, the violence against women should be added to certifications in movies? Yeah, that gem. That got me thinking about how men are represented in movies, series, and the news. Comedies have fumbling fathers who do not have an inkling of an idea on how to open a fucking door. Action movies have the evil guy who's defined by his willingness to harm women and innocents. The protagonist is almost always defined by his willingness to protect women. If you watched Bonduk Saints, you'd remember Il Duce. Il Duce had only one rule. He does not hurt women and children. We have boyfriends or husbands who kill more than 100 men to avenge harm that came to one woman. I'm confused, but doesn't that reiterate the same old thing we have all been taught since we were kids? Never hit a girl. If you do, you're a bad boy. Help women whenever they're in danger or when they need it. Respect all women. Why the fuck should anyone respect someone just based on their sex? Respect is earned. No one is entitled to it. When you look at the papers and read articles about murder, rape, or assault, how many times have you noticed a lot of them are women? Some of you might have a keen eye for details and you might be able to read between the lines. When a crime is committed against a woman, the headline clearly defines the gender of the victim. They read women or woman murdered, assaulted, or whatever the crime is. What happens when men are the ones harmed? You get gender-neutral terms like youth, officer, engineer, IT professional, or just plain numbers. You must have read articles saying 3 killed in some part of the world. Of course, this does not happen in every single article, but it does happen in the majority of them. This particular title hits the nail on the head. It was a video that came up on my Facebook page. It says, "Cop beats youth, abuses girlfriend in Maharashtra." The girl's gender, again, is clearly defined, while the guy is termed as youth. We are not connected to the harm done to boys or men in the headlines that we read, because in the subconscious mind they were just numbers, but when the gender is clearly defined, they last longer in our minds. This is obviously not just something done by the media. It's also helped by the gynocentrism in societies. We as humans are programmed to care much more when a woman is harmed or if a woman needs help. When we see numerous articles about women, we have deep sympathy for them. It is written in our genes too. Our instincts are always to protect them. India is considered unsafe for women when more men are killed every year. 25,000 men compared to 9,000 in 2014. More men were victims of homicide, accidental and unnatural deaths. The mainstream media and even feminists ask men to protect and stand up for women when one sees them in danger or if they need any kind of help. Remember he for she? Yeah, that's fucking progressive, right? All I have to ask is, would women do the same if they saw a man in danger? The answer would be a resounding no. And of course, we have videos like this made by men to shame men for not helping women.
मेरे अंदर तो इतनी हिम्मत है, किसी के बंदे के अंदर यहाँ इतनी हिम्मत है कि कोई भी बंदा
काउंटर क्वेश्चन कर रहा हूँ। अगर आपकी माँ या बहन होती है, फिर आप सोचते कि ये तगड़ा की नहीं है?
तगड़ा है वो ऐसा हो हमारे साथ में होता है।
भाई मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ, सोचते कि नहीं सोचते तगड़ा की नहीं है?
बिल्कुल कोई नहीं सोचता ना, नहीं सोचता
यार। जब पता क्या है, मैं बता दूँ दिक्कत क्या हमारे इसमें जनरेशन में। पहले बंदे की दिक्कत है, जब एक आ जाता है ना तो उसको देख के 15, 20, 50 आ जाते हैं, पर जो पहला बंदा होता है ना वो नहीं उठता। और जिस दिन वो उठना शुरू हो गया ना, वो जो हीरो आए थे उनमें थे ना, फिर उन्होंने तो नहीं देखा कि कितना मोटा है कितना पतला है। 50 इंच का डोला मायने रखता। ये भाई अभी कितनी पब्लिक इकट्ठी होगी देखने के लिए, देखने के लिए। मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा,
आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया लोगों की, मतलब यहाँ
जागरूक करें,
जागरूक करो, बहुत अच्छा काम।
अगर आपको डर अकेले लगता है ना, आप इनके पास जाओ, यार उसको छेड़ रहा है मिलकर, यार मेरे साथ कर सकते हो।
सही बात है, ये बात से समझ है यार, सही बात कर रहे हो।
इकट्ठे हो जाओगे दिक्कत नहीं है, फिर इस यहाँ से तो ऐसे भागेंगे, पार्क से सारी है, हम मोमबत्तियाँ लेके किसी के मरने के बाद शहर के साथ निकल जाते हैं, भगवान इसके आत्मा को शांति देना, बट जब बचाने का मौका मिलता ना तो कोई नहीं करता।
Obviously, he thinks he's doing something noble by standing up for women. He wants to be seen as the one good man that exists in this world. What he's doing, though, is degrading women. For guys like him, women are weaklings who cannot stand up for themselves. And he uses the age-old question that I'm fucking tired of hearing. What would you do if it was your sister or mother? Fucking I would help. It doesn't matter if it was my sister or mother. Even if it was my father or brother or a friend, I would fucking help. That question goes two ways. Would you help a random man in harm's way? The answer will more often than not be negative. Then pop the opposite. What if he was your father or brother? Feminism is about equality. Women want to be equal. They want to be independent. They want to tear down the culture that treasured women's safety before men's and children's, to be honest. Let's help them. Treat them as equals. Ask them to stand up for themselves, because that's what men have been doing all these years. Cheers.